been a big year for activists, and the campaigns of major investors, like Carl Icahn and Bill Ackman, have been front and center. But the deal covers situations both large and small. I'm here with my colleague, Paula Schaap, who has joined me to discuss one that hasn't drawn much attention in the media. That's Voce Capital's campaign at medtech company ConMed. First of all, Paula, tell us a little bit about ConMed, the target of this activist campaign.
Okay, so as you said, it's a medtech company, Sarah. It's about $1 billion market cap, and they primarily make devices for surgical procedures, such as arthroscopy for orthopedic procedures, also cardiovascular procedures. They're about the problem with them, you mean they're in healthcare, you think they'd be doing really well, but year-over-year growth has been down. Now, also there's a major indicator, return on invested capital, so that's something that investors are really interested in. It's an indication of profitability, and that's at about 4. Now, you contrast that with a chief competitor, Zimmer, which has a ROIC of 12.7.
Okay, so what does Voce Capital want out of ConMed?
Well, the activist isn't happy about the outcome of a recently closed strategic review. The company didn't sell itself, it didn't sell major assets, and people who were close to the situation tell our reporter Ron Orol, who did the report on this, that Voce feels that the review may not have been thorough enough.
Okay, and so what makes this situation so unusual?
You know, they're coming up on the proxy vote, so that's going to be in 2 weeks. And what happened was that Voce actually this week sent a settlement offer. That's not unusual. They said, oh, well, why don't we settle for 2 people instead of 3 people on the board? And they gave the company 24 hours to respond and then put out a press release to which, like, the ConMed chairman shot back and said, you only gave us 23.5 hours. So you can see it's pretty bitter. Probably not going to be a settlement discussions going on. In addition, there's another activist already involved. Coppersmith Capital has representation on the board, and they are backing the interim CEO, Kurt Hartman. The problem with Kurt Hartman, according to Voce, is that in a former campaign where Coppersmith put up Hartman again for the board at Alair, it's a diagnostic health company, Alair defended itself by saying, oh no, this guy had some sexual harassment complaints against him, which he settled confidentially. Now, ConMed has said that those accusations were baseless, that Voce is using them in a false and misleading manner, and that they fully support Hartman.
Thanks, Paula. Let's keep an eye on the proxy vote coming up in 2 weeks in New York. I'm Sarah Pringle with The Deal.